and welcome to another spectacularly fucked up edition of Cinematic Anarchy. And today we actually have 3 people in the room, which hasn't been happening often lately. Today we've got Mr. Omar.
Yes, hello.
And we have Miss B.
Hello.
And we have some background noise, which is unavoidable, so... And we are also watching Omar eat a banana. Like a man.
Yeah, my boyfriend gets real fucking disrespectful to his friends while he's playing his fucking games. And he's playing right now, and he's, like, talking to them and shit, so I'm on mute every time I'm not talking.
It is an R-rated podcast.
Hey.
He takes that, like, little moment of, like, muting to, like, get out his disrespectful fucking shit.
And all his pent-up aggression.
Yeah.
So, just before we start the podcast, I went on Facebook today. And normally I'll go on and see how our thing's doing. We haven't had a whole lot of extra people follow us lately. A couple people here or there. But I'm looking in the Facebook feed, you know, the thing that tells you all the shit that's been happening on your page, and I began to realize that a page that I used to manage years ago is all of a sudden getting a ton of follows for no reason whatsoever. Like, I haven't added content to this page in a long time, and all of a sudden it's starting to get likes and follows. What?
Post the podcast on that page.
I think I might have been, actually. Now that I think about it, I might have occasionally been just throwing things over there. Like, it was this weird thing that I used to do, like, weird inspirational quotes or, like, fucked up, like, gas masks and stuff. It was called Just Another Mask. And, I used to do all sorts of weird shit on there. Just stuff that I look at now and go, yeah, I'm embarrassed for myself. I do a lot of...
And here I was thinking it was your son's page.
Remember, Miss Nico, when you'd like to speak, you have to unmute. Ha!
That small detail.
The name of the page is pretty, on point with the times.
Yeah, Just Another Mask. That's why they're probably following.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. Thank you. Thank you. I should probably use that now that I have the page. Just use it to post a bunch of our stuff, tell people to follow us here and there.
Freaking old man.
Right?
I don't care where you fucking follow us, just follow us. That's all I ask. Alright, so, to get right down to it, we are sitting here today to discuss a fairly new Daniel Radclif Samara Weaving movie by the name of Guns Akimbo. And I
love it.
I adjusted my personal description of it. I feel like it is a cross between Tank Girl and Scott Pilgrim.
I mean, I could see that.
Especially with all the kind... I want to say it was like video game effects, especially in regards to hit the bullet count in his guns.
Yeah.
So, yeah, hey, let's start wherever. Well, we have a motorcycle blazing by outside. That's some of the background noise where we can't avoid it. We're in a city area, and I have no soundproofing. I apologize. There's nothing I can do about it.
Dude, okay, so, like, let me start off with... I have been playing this fucking song from this movie every day for, like, the past month.
Okay.
Fucking, I told you to listen to it on the last podcast.
You told me to listen to it, and I have listened to it. Are you actually?
AKA Block?
Yes, I have listened to it, and I like it.
It's a good fucking song.
So yes, I actually have gone ahead and listened to 3 Words. It took me a minute to find it, though.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's a little different, and I dig it.
All right. So now we're going to talk about the movie.
So anyway, movie. I don't know. It's fast moving. It's like it gets to the point really fast. He's a social justice warrior that can't fucking deal with real issues in real life. He's a screen keyboard warrior.
Yeah. He's a troll troller.
Yeah, he trolls the trolls.
And up until he had those guns bolted to his hand, he was also the punk bitch of his boss.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
his boss is kind of like a massive fuckboy douchebag.
He's also looked a little bit like a sort of a steroid freak.
Absolutely.
Definitely. He reminded me a lot of Chet from Weird Science.
Kind of reminds me a little bit of my cousin.
Okay. Well, I mean, could you liken him to somebody that people that are listening to us might know? Because Bill Pullman from Weird Science
that you've ever met.
Okay. Almost any character that Jerry O'Connell has played ever.
Basically.
Yeah, right?
He was a nice rest from arguing with racists on Facebook for a good 10 days. That's all I've been doing on Facebook. But basically, the fact-checking or shutting down some racist person commenting. Their low-key thing, their all lives matter, yes, the usual. So it's exhausting. Facebook has gotten exhausting for me. That movie was a good break from all that.
Kind of gives you that feeling like maybe we should set something like this up to weed out the... I don't want to say undesirables, because that's just not right. Just... I could deal with a few less Kathleen's.
Yeah.
Just saying.
We could use a few less Kathleen's, Karens, and Chad.
Right?
Oh my god.
You sit there and you think to yourself, look, movies like The Hunt and The Purge and Guns Akimbo, you're like, oh, that's horrible. How could they do shit like that? And then the Kathleen's pop out of the woodworks and goes, yeah, I'd throw her out there first.
Right?
Yeah. Definitely.
The Karens and the Kathleen's and whatever the male equivalents of those are. What is those? Keith?
Chads.
Keith and Chad?
The Kevins.
Kyles and Chads.
The Kyles and the Chads.
No, the Kyles are... that's a whole different breed. Kyle is definitely different.
Yeah, I guess.
The
Brads and the Chads.
Brads and Chads.
The Brads and the Chads.
So, Samara Weaving is right up there, as far as I'm concerned, with, what's her name? Damn it. From Harley Quinn.
Margot
Robbie. If they do a remake of Tank Girl, and they can't pull Lori Petty for it, one of those two should do it.
Abso-fucking-lutely. I would love to see Samara Weaving.
After seeing her as Nyx, I definitely could see her pulling that off with no problem.
I really want that, if you can read this, you're too close, neck tattoo.
Right.
I really want to do that.
I've actually been impressed with some of the badass characters that Samara Weaving's done, because we've seen her... Have you seen Ready or Not?
No.
I think I have, but I don't remember.
But it's about a girl that is about to marry into a family, and the guy brings her home to the family, and their ritual is they play a deadly game of hide-and-seek with the bride-to-be.
Oh, okay, no, I didn't see that, but I wanted to.
That's not very cool.
That was a badass movie. You definitely need to watch it. But lately, anything that I see with her in it, Samara Weaving, she was in Mayhem, which is the first movie that we reviewed for the podcast, way back when. And she has been like a certifiable badass in everything. Even if you don't recognize half the characters in the movie, she brings it up a level just because of how much of a badass she is in those movies. So, kind of the only reason why I want to subject myself to Bella Thorne just to watch The Babysitter. Because everything else about that movie
He
makes
was
me...
pretty crazy and did one and did all of the drugs.
Yes, actually.
I did a trend on TikTok where, like, you glue your upper lip just a little bit further up with, like, eyelash glue to make it look bigger.
Okay.
And someone said that I looked like a clean Bella Thorne, and I wanted to die.
A clean Bella Thorne.
Right?
You gotta sit here and postulate whether or not that was even a good compliment, though. Like, just being compared to Bella Thorne in general.
Yeah,
I got the feel for her like I got the feel for Miley Cyrus. Just something went terribly wrong with those two.
Facts. Oh no, Miley Cyrus, I'll keep saying this forever. Miley Cyrus's fucking performance in Black Mirror was really good.
She's not a bad actress. She's not a bad actress at all. Actually, she should have.
No, but her performances on stage, on the other hand.
Nope. Like I said, she's not a bad actress. Acting, she probably should have stuck to that.
I mean, I understand.
I mean, it's not like she. Honestly, she doesn't even have a bad voice. It's just bad decisions.
Seriously bad decisions.
I mean, it looks like she's doing better now anyway, so.
Well, hopefully she starts making better decisions with music she chooses.
Let's be entirely honest with the roller coaster that is Miley Cyrus. There are a lot of high highs and low lows, and it always starts with the high highs, and then all of a sudden something trips, and there's the low low. All right, there's a reason.
Yep.
There's a reason why there are things all over the internet about her that you should never Google. Never. Anyhow, back to the movie, Guns Akimbo. I like how they had sort of a narrative that was almost like what they did with Zombieland. You know?
Yeah.
There was a narrative. You were definitely very well aware this is not a guy that gets the girl kind of movie, and I thought he was fucking dead. Like, dead.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
That was all sorts of special that he survived that. And
I fucking love Nova's hair, by the way. Yeah, I want to do that.
Very cute girl.
I loved the whole getup. I really did.
Yeah, absolutely.
From the hair
whole,
to the tattoos,
vibe, aesthetic,
everything. I really liked just the whole movie in general. I thought that it was well done. Special effects were spot on. Like I said, it had that Scott Pilgrim feel through it. A lot of the special effects that they used. Especially
the fucking, like, the banter between Miles, right?
Miles, yes.
Miles and Nix, while they're, like, shooting at each other. It's fucking, like, it's funny.
Well, it was pretty funny because he really didn't want to shoot.
Stop trying to help me!
He had two guns stuck to his hands and he kept running from the shooting.
I love the homeless bum.
Yeah, because he only has a certain amount of bullets.
Well, I love the homeless bum who, like, in the ending of the movie when they're going through and, like, they're killing everybody and he's just watching this broken TV.
Like, he knows everything that's happening.
He gives him the food. He's like, hey. He goes, is it supposed to taste like this? I don't know. It's been sitting here for 8 weeks. I'm just glad it's gone.
Months.
8 months?
I know that thing was sitting next to a used condom at some point. It fell to the ground.
He dropped it. It rolled onto the condom. Remember?
Yeah.
It did.
And he still ate it.
He still ate it.
My question
I
is...
mean, I wouldn't be thinking much of anything if I had two guns bolted to my hands like that.
Yeah.
You know, asking the local homeless people to put your pants on for you. Can you just put these on me?
Good morals would be the last of my thoughts.
Let me just say that my least favorite character in this entire movie was Nova. I did not like her at all.
Her fucking attitude towards him.
The fact that she maced him when he was looking for help.
Seriously? Dude, fucking, he was like, alright, they like, broke into my house, this shit happened, fucking, like, she saw the screws bolted into his hands.
Right. And she maced him.
How are you gonna mace a guy that's fucking injured?
And ran. Maced him and ran.
And then called the cops!
Yep.
And he still tried to save her. I mean, not for nothing. At some point, you gotta cut your losses.
She would have become the worst bargaining chip ever.
She's cute, but fuck that bitch. Except, not really.
Even with those guns attached and how much of a badass he became during the movie, he was a doormat to the very end of the movie, laying on the ground bleeding. A doormat for that girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That was just...
Ungrateful little bitch.
Yep. And
I know.
He smiled as she used his likeness to create a comic book to make herself money. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, no, fuck her.
He's not the hero of your story,
Name of a film and still he didn't.
Right?
Wow.
He's the hero of your story, but not the hero of your story. And yet you get to take his story and make it your own. Yeah, you're a... I don't use this word lightly, but what a fucking bitch. Seriously.
He was a female dog for that. He was a female dog on that.
She was probably the most unlikable character in that. There was nothing likable about her in that movie. Right? Like, when you have a love interest...
Shit, I liked... Oh, God, what was this guy's fucking name with the face?
Oh, yeah, the main bad guy, yeah.
Richter?
Richter, yes. Richter.
Yeah, I liked Richter, like, more than... his character more than Nova. She's cute.
Richter looked crazy.
Yeah, right? Like, she's cute, but, like, at least he's got, like, a personality.
Yeah, that's the problem. No personality.
I don't think it was so much a lack of personality. It's that, like, there was nothing, like... She's supposed to be the main love interest for this guy. But as much as he might love her, everything that they present about her, everything about it just was deplorable. Like, she was not a decent human being.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's that's cute friend was a person. If friend zoning was a person.
If friend zoning was a human being, yes, that would be her.
That's cute, friend.
Well, I mean, hang on. Friend zoning isn't a real thing.
No?
Nope. Nobody owes anybody any kind of romantic relationship just because they get their lives
Friend zoning doesn't mean that they owe it to you. It just means that they just want you as a friend.
They wanted you as... They want... The person, quote unquote, friend zoning, which doesn't exist. It's not a real thing.
Friend zone. Okay, let me qualify that statement here just by saying this. Friend zoning is only a thing from the male perspective.
Yeah.
A male feels like he has been friend zoned only because he feels like that person was obligated to do something at one point and he didn't get it, so now he feels, oh great, I'm in the friend zone now. I was like, well, okay, what if you were just friends to begin with and you were expecting too much?
Friendship with... It's basically these guys getting into friendships with the expectation that these girls are eventually going to, catch romantic feelings for them, and it's not the case.
Right.
Well, here's what I consider friend zoning.
And then they get all butthurt.
This is what I consider friend zoning. And mainly it's because with most women that I have interest in, I've stated my intention from the jump. I don't be on that trying to be friends thing, just hoping she gets feelings for me. That's some incel thing. No, I tell them straight up that I'm interested and that I like them. That's it. I don't do. And I guess they told me, yeah, but I don't see you that way. I only like you as a friend. I accept that and just be friends if they are interesting enough to be friends.
Yeah,
that's
the normal human logical way to go about that kind of situation.
Well, you see,
but most guys these days do not think that way.
But you see, that's what I thought friend zoning was. Now I'm showing my age.
Yeah.
Because any woman I meet, if I'm interested in her, I will make it known from the jump, just so there's no, no unpleasant surprises later.
Yeah.
So I like the team on the bad that's all, folks. Okay, I like the team that they had on the bad guys' side, on Richter's side, the one of Effie and was it Dane? Basically, there was the final fight before the final fight. The girl with the black girl with the two big guns
and the hair.
Yeah.
Right, and the hair, and then you have Dane, who is essentially a darker version of Seamus.
Yeah,
he tried to go out all badass and like blow himself up with the tanks, and his lighter wouldn't light. And then fucking Daniel Radclif Miles comes in like an idiot, shooting at the fucking gas tanks.
Like, what the?
Nix is like, don't shoot. What the fuck? What part of don't shoot did you not understand?
I liked the first time that he accidentally shot the gun, and he went almost completely deaf, and he's like, don't let the movies fool you. He goes, shooting a gun is a hell of a lot louder in real life than they pretend it to be in the movies. If Dirty Harry were shooting his gun as much as he was, he'd be deaf. And then they have the Dirty Harry gun in the movie. That big...
the Magnum, the big-ass Magnum.
It's like, what, 38 Magnum or whatever they call it?
44.
34. 34 Magnum. Why did you say 38? 44? 44 Magnum. And
44 Magnum.
44 Magnum, okay. So, any final thoughts about Guns Akimbo?
Watch the movie.
It was crazy Akimbo. I enjoyed it. I mean,
Jinx, you owe me. But no, I mean, like, the people who are watching the podcast right now, listening to the podcast, whatever the fuck you're doing, watch the movie.
I feel bad I watched this over.
Look, I know it's an audio, but you can watch the podcast too. You just need to drop some good acid.
I honestly feel bad I didn't at least smoke me a doobie before watching it. It was pretty crazy. Some things happened that I didn't care for, but overall, the movie was pretty good. Great action. Great action scenes. This poor fool fighting for his life pretty much when he has never fought before.
Yeah.
That's one way to really, really fight for the first time. Fight for your life and you had no experience fighting at all for anything.
Well, fair enough.
And he made it out, and now he's fucking walking around like, I'm a fucking badass. Look at the scars on my hands.
Right.
I got knuckle scars.
They left it open.
Akimbo, motherfucker.
They left it open for a sequel because now he's trying to take down Schism worldwide.
Yeah.
So apparently it already had become a worldwide thing by the time he took out the initial group. Richter had already sold his idea to other countries.
Also, fuck that little tech girl.
Right.
The
Can
one
I take a selfie real fast? Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, sure. He walks away.
Like the internet cafe.
That was probably one of my favorite parts of the movie. Is like, can I take a selfie with you real quick? Yeah, sure. And he just walks away.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Selfie. Like, seriously, are you okay? Okay. Everybody's attractive.
Sorry, no, I think my dog farted.
Oh, that's beautiful. Fantastic.
Yep, I just...
So, my final thought on the movie is that I think that they were absolutely right to make Nova the way that they made her. Because this is not a love story, and they stated outright, this is not a guy gets the girl movie, so you immediately don't want somebody that anybody wants to get invested in at all, and Nova was perfectly that. Nobody gave a shit about her, didn't really matter that she was in the movie, and the fact that I think he had more of a thing going with Nyx than he had with Nova.
I would love to see them, like, as partners. Continuing as partners.
It would be nice if she wasn't dead. She blew herself up at the end.
Comes out. She blew herself up.
Like C4. She wore the C4 vest. So
she pulled that jihad on her.
Let's be honest.
I want like a comic book of them.
That would be dope. I wonder if there is a comic book.
There should be.
Let's be honest about the logistics of that ending. The end of her life. Yeah. Him hiding behind whatever he was hiding. All the C4 that she used to blow herself up, she was not that fucking far away from him. Not at all.
Yeah, I know, right? That stout part and all the bullets he took at that rooftop.
Yeah.
The body shutting down from all the blood you lost, in the case of a shooting, happens like more than likely right before you die.
Right.
And then he comes with a badass car with knuckle scars.
Yeah, right.
He did a Terminator 2 there. They were shooting him and he just kept coming and kept coming and kept coming. And then, of course, he took the guy out and then pretty much bled out on the ground. And he should have been dead several times in that movie over. Should have been dead.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. But he was a cat character with more lives than a motherfucker.
Just like Home Alone, you have to suspend your belief in the reality of death. You know? Because let me tell you, those robbers in Home Alone, they should have been dead several times over. But
those guys are fucking superhuman.
Oh yeah, he put them to the ringer for real.
They were too dumb to understand pain and what should have happened to them.
Miles in that movie, Guns Akimbo, he got an outside, grown-up, badass version of... He got Home Alone outside with guns.
Also, Daniel Radclif doing an American accent is kind of strange.
Wasn't bad at all.
I mean, no, it wasn't bad at all. I'm not saying it was bad. It's just...
Daniel...
It would have been...
No, didn't at all. Fucking... Shit, man.
Daniel Radclif in general, I think, is very underrated as an actor. Okay, everything from...
absolutely. Swiss Army Man was great.
Oh, yeah, Swiss Army Man. Horns was a fantastic film.
Oh, my God. Horns is one of my favorite fucking movies.
So I really think that he is underrated as an actor, and he needs to have more. I think he gets pigeonholed because of the whole Harry Potter thing for the better part of 8 movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So more Daniel Radcliffe, more Samara Weaving. We want them both. More.
Yes.
So, I'm going to go ahead and tie up the front end of this podcast. We are going to go ahead and slide into our sponsors for a moment. Or we're just going to go to our sponsors. We're going to log off here for a second, go to a break, and I'm not going to slide into anything. We're good.
Okay.
And we will be back. All right, thank you for sitting through the very short sponsors that we have. One right now. We only have one. Maybe we're hoping for more, but I'm rambling. Okay. It is late in the evening, and I've been working all day, and this is my second job with you guys, and I like this job. You know. However, we're going to go ahead and sit down and... Howsomever. We're going to sit down and do a pitch storm for the second half of the podcast here. You all know how the rules go. The basic rules are we have a character, we have a plot, and then we have a little note card that kind of throws us for a loop, and we do our best to cobble together some strange-ass fucking movie and cast it. So our first movie here, it starts as a Norse god trapped on Earth and stripped of all of their powers. Makes a deal with a demon and pays an unexpected price. And
I feel like this is Thor all over again.
Well, yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is the Thor movies.
Here you go.
In our case, it will be Thor meets the Naked Gun.
Yeah.
So the twist, the note card, is I have a ceremonial dagger from an old movie that I really want to be the point of the script. Okay. So, this is a Norse god.
So, Thor and Mjolnir.
Basically.
It's not a dagger, but...
You can make it any god, though. It doesn't have to be Thor. It can be any Norse god you want it to be. So this could be could be a female Norse god, male Norse god. It doesn't even have to be a gender-specific Norse god. Just throw something out there.
Bam! The non-binary Norse god.
Yeah. It's like I think Thor has been overdone. So what other Norse gods do we have to choose from?
Why would I? Hang on, give me a minute.
Well, I'm already here. I got the Norse gods. 12 major Norse gods and goddesses. So we have... what is that? Mir? The ancestor of giants. We have Odin, the king of the Aesir gods. I am going to mispronounce this shit all over the place. We have Frigg. Frigg.
Frigg.
The queen of the Aesir gods. Then there's Thor. Frigg? I mispronounced. Balder. God of light and purity. Vidar. The silent god of vengeance. We could do that, Vidar. Tyr, god of war. Imagine a god of war that's been stripped of all of his powers. Well, you'd think that a god of war would also be more likely to try to make a deal with a demon.
Yeah.
So let's try Tyr.
Could go for hell.
We have Tyr, the god of... Huh?
Do a fucking, team up with Hel and Tyr.
Hel and Tyr?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find her in here. Is she an actual Norse god? Oh, yeah. Ruler of the underworld. So he has to approach her. Tyr has to approach Hel to basically make a deal with the devil, or deal with Hel, as it was. Alright, so we need to cast our Tyr and Hel. We do not want to go the Marvel route, so we're not using the same people.
Samara fucking...
Samara Weaving?
What's her last name?
Weaving?
Yeah, Samara Weaving is Hel.
Samara Weaving, okay.
Yeah.
That's Hel.
We like her. Samara Weaving is Hel. Okay. Yep. Alright, and who do we have as Tyr? Ooh.
Tyr. What god is Tyr again?
Tyr is the god of war, basically. The Norse god of war.
The god of war. Oh, you know what? Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa. Okay, I went a different route altogether in my head. Somebody that doesn't get used a whole hell of a lot in the movies anymore, but I liked him as an actor. Clive Owen. From Children of Men.
Okay. Yeah.
Just kind of picturing, or what's the other guy's name? Gerard Butler.
Gerard Butler?
We've used Gerard Butler a bunch in recent...
That's true.
Yeah, we use Gerard Butler.
Actually, we don't use Jason Momoa a lot at all, so yeah, we'll go with Jason Momoa. I'm just trying to picture him as a Norse god, though. I don't think he fits the Norse god Kinda.
No.
Because you want somebody that's kind of...
He could play an unbathed Norse god.
What about... Hey, I mean, I know we're going through something that we probably shouldn't, but why don't we pluck what's-his-face from the WWE? Sheamus.
Who?
Sheamus. Look him up. Well, yeah, look him up. He's the local Celt for... He's like big guy, red hair, beard. But he's basically their Celtic warrior, Sheamus. Big guy, pale as
Okay,
anything.
I'm looking him up. No, I mean, yeah, I guess. Because, like, okay, this guy...
Because I
almost
want this.
looks like I can't take him seriously. Like the pictures I'm seeing of him right now, I don't think I could take this guy seriously.
So the reason,
as like a Norse god of war.
The reason why I pick him, and we don't have to pick him, we can go with somebody else completely, mind you. But the reason why I would pick him is because of the fact that he has done both completely the badass evil in the WWE, but he also plays the bumbling fool pretty well, too. And I'm thinking of a Norse god that was a god of war, but for the majority of the movie, he does not have his powers, and so he's literally just bumbling through life trying to figure out how to get his powers back. So I could see him being a bumbling idiot willing to take a pratfall. You know, kind of...
Oh, okay. You know what actor he kind of reminds me of? Hang on. Let me see.
Okay.
It will be a very interesting development because people that have lived with powers all of their life probably wouldn't be able to fare in the regular world without them.
Okay, so we just went completely...
Sorry, hang on. I'm looking up a person.
It's okay.
An individual.
Yo, God, you know who else I like? What is that guy? Brian? Is it Brian Polson? Brian Polson?
Long, awkward silence.
Brian Posehn. Look up Brian Posehn. Posehn. He's like comedic relief for so many... Michael Kulditz. Okay. Kulditz? Hold on.
VITZ.
VITZ?
The guy that plays Abraham on The Walking Dead.
I'm looking him up. CUL VITZ?
Yep.
VITZ. Okay, let's see. Michael Kulditz. Oh, yeah, I could see him, too. From The Walking Dead. The guy, what is this? Is Samson or something from Walking Dead?
Abraham.
Why did I say Samson?
It's a Bible name.
Yeah, sorry. Fuck me.
I mean, he could give off a Samson character.
So did you check out Brian Posehn, though? Put these two together.
Hang on.
I'm just saying, put these two together as... We could probably give Brian a different guy, though. Maybe make him the god of light. But he kind of plays the big teddy bear kind of comedic relief in a lot of different TV shows. Hey, do you know who Brian Posehn is?
Okay, yeah, no, I'm seeing him now. Omar, you need to put some input.
Yes.
There's silence.
So
I'm listening.
Let's go ahead and get Michael Kulditz and Brian Posehn together. Look,
This
right there,
guy.
Omar. On the screen. She's showing you.
Omar!
This way!
Oh, okay, I was looking for him.
So, I say we take the two of them. We got Michael Kulditz as the god of war, and Brian Posehn as the god of light, and they've both been stripped of their powers, and they have to search for hell on Earth.
Okay.
Which actually, I like the idea of hell on Earth.
Yeah, I like that they're on a search for hell on Earth, and we give them like a time frame. kind of like
Make
you
it
have
like a dark
this
comedy.
much time to get it done.
Right, I could see this is like a really dark comedy. I wanted to be kind of gory. You know, there's a lot of comedic gore to it, sort of like they had that Turbo Kid movie, just comedic gore.
I want to give it like a Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Tucker and Dale versus Evil vibe.
Yes. Oh
But,
my
you know,
god.
like Norse gods.
Tucker and Dale versus Evil, but it's Norse gods. Okay, so we've got our main Norse gods. We got Michael Kuldis as the god of war, Brian Posehn as the god of light, the Norse god of light, and then of course we have Hel, played by Samara Weaving. Do we have any mid-range characters for the movie?
Oh, hang on.
Okay.
Give me a minute. Hang on. You guys banter.
So I feel like the main purpose of the movie, like we said, is it's a ceremonial dagger. So when they go to Hel, or they try to find Hel on Earth, she basically sends them on a quest to find this dagger that was supposed to have been stolen from her by a mortal. So a mortal stole this dagger from her, which actually houses her power. So Hel is looking for her powers too. She's currently powerless.
Okay, I want to keep Idris Elba as Heimdall.
Okay. Oh, okay. The guy that.
And I don't want him to like be interactive with these guys at all. I just want him to be like the silent, angry, fucking like judgy person.
Just kind of like Silent Bob, except angry all the time.
Yeah, like fucking. So these two will be like traveling between the worlds, and they're like, "Hey, Heimdall, what the fuck is good? Like, how's it going?" They're all goofy and shit, and Heimdall's just like
rolls his eyes.
Get the fuck away from me! Just go do your shit. As long as you're not here.
They're really. Who could play him though?
Idris Elba.
Oh, we keep Idris Elba as Heimdall?
Yeah.
Yes.
We keep him. He'll be the only transplant from the Marvel movies, but unfortunately we might need Marvel's permission to do that. Can you do a Norse god movie now because Marvel has done Thor? Like, would you need their permission?
I don't know, because that's a tricky one.
Like,
that's kind of tricky.
Because fucking Disney owns all of that shit now.
I mean, I can see them having the comic book rights, but if you're doing, like, a non-comic book version, like, you know, just about the Norse gods, you should be able to they don't have, like, they didn't buy the rights to the Norse gods.
No.
No, just to the comic book likenesses.
Yeah. That.
So...
Yep.
I would hope that they would be like, "Hey, you're doing a movie with people that we know in it. I'm sorry, you can't do that." Or they wouldn't tell Idris Elba that he couldn't do it.
They patented the Norse gods.
Oh, isn't that sweet of me to speculate that anybody gives a shit about what we're talking about enough to actually try to make the movie? That's so nice.
I know, right?
Like, I'm I'm trying to write one of our movies right now. But, I'm actually trying to write Myrtle Leeches. Yes.
Myrtle Leeches.
That was one of our first pitch storms. I wasn't going anywhere near the horse fucking ring.
Oh, I remember it.
I wasn't going anywhere near that Amy Adams horse fucking ring movie that we were talking about.
Oh my god.
You remember that?
You're talking about it like those are like our only two options. There are so many options.
Well, that was the first one
a whole bunch of options.
That was the first set we did. Like that was the Amy Adams one and the that one. And I think honestly that was one of our most elaborate ones. The Myrtle Leeches one. We went through a whole thing for that. Okay, so we got these bumbling guys that come to find hell on earth. We got Idris Elba. I need like the mortal that stole the dagger. We have this guy that stole the dagger. Girl, doesn't matter. Some thief that just decided that this is this is theirs. I'm going to steal this. They took it away from Hell. Now Hell has no powers until she gets her dagger back. And she's basically said,
they turned into fucking lazy stoners.
Okay.
Have the gods turn into lazy stoners. They're not doing their jobs. They're not fucking handling their business. So they get stripped of their powers.
Sounds about right. Okay. So we're talking about like a heavily gory dark comedy in the vein of like it's going to be a Norse god movie, but it's all kind of
turn into so maybe not like smoking weed all the time, but have them smoking like fucking opium or some of the like that ancient shit, fucking angel dust or some shit. Fucking have like prostitutes and like just abusing their powers and this and that and fucking just making a mess of everything.
And they get stripped of their powers.
Completely embarrassing the rest of the Norse gods. So everyone just like decides, hey, we're gonna strip these guys of their powers and kick them out.
And when I think Hell seeks them out. When she realizes they've been sent to Earth and stripped of their powers, she seeks them out to get her dagger back, figuring, hey, you know what? You guys are already fuck-ups. If you get killed, nobody's going to care.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I was thinking we're going to make a really dark comedy. We want some comedy in it. So for our thief, I want Danny DeVito.
As Loki?
Basically, Danny DeVito as the trickster god Loki.
Yes. I'm so fucking here for it. But I swear to God, like, no, we absolutely need him to scream, I'm the trash man!
Yes. But I could see Danny DeVito doing a good comedic take on Loki. I really could.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
But he basically steals Hell's sword and just is not sword, but dagger. And is basically just throwing everything into upheaval. She can't get control of the underworld anymore because she no longer has her powers.
I want Danny DeVito's character, or his, like, presentation of Loki to be exactly like his character on It's Always Sunny.
Right, just
like
actually
to a T.
I hate to say this, and I don't know if you've seen this movie, but I think I do like his role in the in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I would like to see him embody Loki in his role as the fucked up coroner from the movie Screwed.
I don't think I saw that.
If you ever get to see this movie, he plays this coroner who's just like, he is, I don't even know, just like uber creepy. He's like one of those weird creepy guys that doesn't realize he's creepy, so he acts kind of goofy with it. And he just looked kind of greasy and goofy the entire movie, and it was just hilarious, honestly. One of his best performances. If you get a chance to watch it, it's him, I believe Dave Chappelle, and Norm Macdonald. It's called Screwed. Definitely well worth watching.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
But yeah, no. Either way, I just want him uber creepy. I want him to just take out all the stops and just act like really creepy. You know, not like
he does that really well.
Not scary creepy, just like goofy, almost overly touchy uncle creepy. You know, just
yeah.
Touchy uncle.
Okay. I think we actually fleshed that out pretty well. The whole end game being the three.
Hold on, what are we gonna call it?
What do we call it? We could just call it Hell on Earth.
Throne from Valhalla.
No.
Throne from Valhalla.
Hell on Earth feels good, but I think there's some movie called Hell on.
Hell on Earth. Well, H-E-L on Earth. Because it's not H-E-L-L. Her name is H-E-L. So, I mean, that's a good twist on it. But, I mean, there's got to be other things that you can, like puns that you can do. Huh? I don't know.
Hell on Earth.
Hell on Earth.
Howard.
Huh. I'm not with the Norse puns. That's the problem. I'm trying to make a Norse pun, and I don't know the Norse gods well enough to. Helen Tyr up in smoke. I don't know.
Hang on, I'm explaining this to Fredo and seeing if he can help us out.
Norse gods half-baked. I have no idea. Hell on Earth, Norse gods half-baked. I can't think of anything. I'm really bad at this. Like, if I had planned the pitch storm ahead of time and I could have come up with something, I would have come up with names. But, like, coming up with names on the spot... Yeah, bouncing them off each other. It's you got to have, and it's easier to do when somebody's in the room with you. When you're sitting across the screen, it's not like I'm not even in screen here. I didn't realize that you could only see my eyes. I didn't realize that at all. And Nico's just discussing with the boy there.
Yep, I'm doing that.
You doing that? You come up with anything? No?
Hang on. We're brainstorming.
Hell on Earth, cores of the empowered.
Oh my God.
He's staring at me.
Norse gods unplugged. No?
Hang on.
Hang on, I'm hanging on. We're taking so much time trying to figure out a name for this movie. And I've noticed we have a lot of silent, big silent points over here. So maybe we should try to think of some other things to do with the movie. Because you got a guy that's a god of war, you got a god of light, and you got the goddess of the underworld, basically. And these three people have been stripped of their powers and are basically wandering Earth trying to find Loki, the trickster god, who is in the skies of basically Danny DeVito. And I can see Danny DeVito playing impish real well, playing sort of like almost a Pan-esque imp. You know what I mean? Actually, I think he has, didn't he? He was the Pan character in Hercules, the cartoon, the one for Disney, wasn't he? Wasn't Danny DeVito the Pan character in Hercules?
Yeah,
he was
the satyr.
Yeah, he was the satyr. There we go. Satyr, Pan. Yeah, you know what I was getting at.
That guy.
Satyr with a pan flute. That's what I was thinking. Pan flute.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think it too well, but I did it. Let's see. We're thinking so hard on this, we may not have time to do the second one because we're still trying to come up with a name for the first one.
Fredo has no idea. He was asking.
I'm thinking Hell on Earth is okay. Hell with them one L.
We can stick with Hell on Earth for right now, and then when Nico realizes she's completely frozen and hangs up and logs back in, we'll figure out what she has to say. Like, she completely froze altogether.
Or we could call it Looking for High Wild Dagger.
Right? Right? Norse
Looking
High.
for High Wild Dagger.
Just Norse High.
Norse High.
Or Norse Highs and Lows. Something like that. I don't know. You're back. I think. Is that you?
Yeah.
It might be. I see a sheet.
Sir.
You're there, but just not there. I can barely hear you.
Yep, hang on. I gotta switch my camera.
I'm guessing your phone died?
My phone died.
That is wonderful. My phone's about to die too, but thankfully I'm not using my phone for this. So, we're good. Oh, and hello, Fredo. We can hear you pretty well too. Thank you for joining the podcast with that laugh.
It's a very infectious laugh.
He doesn't know that he joined the podcast. He's on the podcast, so.
No, he doesn't know. I'm trying to figure out how to switch my camera.
I don't know. He was the laugh track to nothing. There was nothing to laugh at there. He laughed, and yeah, he was the laugh track to nothing. Do you want to hang up and call back again? Like switch your camera, or just, I don't know.
You know what? I'm just gonna turn my camera around.
Okay. So we can see you, but you can't see us.
I'm looking at you in the mirror.
Oh, okay. I guess that works.
Yeah, there's a mirror facing the bed.
Okay.
Okay.
And
no, that's like facing my feet.
yeah, I was gonna say you were all knees there for a minute there. That's all I could see was just knees, which is fine. I think yes. I think we've given up on the. Hey, that's sit, not stay. We've given up on making a name for this movie, and we've moved on to the next movie.
Beyond the Bifrost.
Beyond the Bifrost.
It sounds cool. It's gonna be cool. I don't know. We could get some good special effects on that.
Beyond the Bifrost. That sounds like a serious movie, though. Like a serious.
Exactly. It sounds serious. It's going to be entirely not that.
I feel like the best marketing campaign for this movie would be to take every serious moment in the movie. There's not many. Just string all the serious points in the movie together and market it as a serious movie. And then when people go to see it, it is just this really horrible comedy.
Yes, I love it.
Okay. So, here we go. Second movie. We have two kids struggling to impress their superhero parents join a team of elite ghost hunting investigators. What the fuck? So we have two superheroes that join a team of elite ghost hunting investigators. And the plot twist here is, what if the main character was actually under Russian hypnosis the entire time?
Oh, it's not that
Russian hypnosis?
Okay, so Bill Murray.
Pardon?
Bill Murray obviously has to be a part of this.
Yeah, he should.
Okay. Well, I don't want to give him the atypical role if we put him in this, so I want him to be one of the superhero parents.
Okay.
What superpower do you give to Bill Murray? Make him an over-the-hill Wolverine.
Yes.
Like a seriously over-the-hill Wolverine. But he's like Wolverine's sarcastic brother or something. Like, he's got the sarcasm, the Bill Murray sarcasm, but he has the Wolverine claws. You know?
Logan?
Okay, I'm here for it.
Logan? Yeah, no, well, his name's not Logan. Obviously, if he's going to be like the sarcastic brother or cousin to Wolverine. But it could be, it could be the claws, but it could also be something like the claws are actually his nails, or they could be like the bone claw version. Something.
Well, the Bone Claw, he's a distant relative who never went through that experiment where they made of metal.
The adamantium, yeah. So, he's the father. Who's the mother? Who do we have as the mother?
Kathleen Turner.
Kathleen Turner?
Yep.
Oh, God.
Okay.
And Kathleen Turner in her day was like a She-Hulk kind of character. What do you think?
As a what kind of character?
Like a She-Hulk almost.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying Shigo, like from fucking Kim Possible.
No. No, She-Hulk.
But, like, we should definitely like have one of those kind of characters in there.
Okay, well, we could make them like the villain, right?
Okay.
Am I thinking of the right guy?
What guy?
Chigo?
She's kind of a villain, but
Is she like the duplicate, the doppelganger for Kim Possible?
no, not a doppelganger. She's just fucking Kim's, like, I don't know, enemy, sort of, but she's not, like, terrible. She's just had it hard.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out where to go with this. So, all right. I'm feeling we have to have the two kids, or well, they don't necessarily have to be kids, because if we have Kathleen Turner and Bill Murray, these could actually be middle-aged people.
Yeah.
So, two superheroes that never really came into their own, that are trying to impress upon their parents that they can make it. So, who do we have? Who do we want as those superheroes?
Good question.
Ooh, what about Ben Stiller?
Yeah.
Ben Stiller as a middle-aged superhero that never quite came
Oh
into his own.
yes, I'm here for Ben.
Okay.
Yeah, Ben Stiller and Damon
Yes,
Wayans.
absolutely.
Now, do we have a brother or sister for Ben Stiller?
A brother or sister.
Fuck it, let's do it. Let's do a Zoolander reunion. Make it Owen Wilson and Ben Stiller. Why not?
Yes, absolutely.
They've done their thing in Zoolander. They've done their thing in A Night at the Museum. They work very well together. I want them to be struggling superheroes.
I like a brother and sister superhero. What's the name? That McCarthy lady that's kind of chubby?
Oh, Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah, Melissa McCarthy.
Let's make her the bad guy.
Sister hero.
Let's make her the bad guy of the movie, but she's also like their sister, but like she was disowned by the family.
Okay.
Keep her on as a villain then.
We keep her on as the villain, but she was part of the family, but the sister. Now I feel for Owen Wilson, his superpower should be narcissism. So much like Medusa, if he looks you directly in the eyes, if he can make eye contact with you, he can make you so full of yourself that you can't pay attention to anything else. Like mirrors, a mirror basically stops you in your tracks. So basically, he can basically make you very narcissistic. He has control over people's narcissism.
That sounds
Okay.
crazy.
Okay, and fucking like every time they look in a mirror, they're just like, wow.
Right? So basically, his outfit should be like almost a disco ball, kind of like shiny mirrors all over his outfit. So they cannot
Okay.
not stop paying attention to their reflection in his outfit.
The disco ball suit.
Basically, I mean, he's like, we could just call him exactly that. We could call him the narcissist.
I dig it. Sorry, thank you very much. Fucking, I'm still trying to figure this shit out and why it's not letting me switch my camera.
You know, if you want to hang up for a second and see if you can switch the camera and log right back in, go ahead. We can still. We'll make fun of Owen. We'll make fun of Owen Wilson for a minute while you do your thing, okay?
All right. Keep the shit going.
Because the reason why I feel like Owen Wilson could definitely do a role like that, you saw him in Zoolander, right? He was very full of himself in Zoolander. Very full of himself.
Incredibly.
And I hate to say it, but almost every movie you see him in, he has that kind of narcissistic, I'm really, really good. I'm always good. I've always been this good, and I'm going to continue to be this good kind of attitude going on.
Yeah. Yes, it does.
So I think a character like the narcissist would be like right up his alley. So they're basically these people that never really, they've constantly tried out for like superhero teams, never were able to get a startup, and they end up joining a team of superheroes that are specifically designed to, well, the whole team itself is specifically designed to basically to hunt ghosts and the paranormal. Did I lose you, Omar? Did I lose everybody?
No, you didn't.
Okay, I was a little... I didn't see anybody for a minute there. I felt like I was talking to myself.
I was trying to mute like, oh, hi guys.
Hello, you're back.
I am. Fucking my phone's on 3% now, so it's charging.
Fantastic. And, hi. We'll try to power through the last of this so you can charge your phone. So we got Owen Wilson.
It should keep, the charge going.
Okay. So we got Owen Wilson as a narcissistic character that is completely and utterly full of himself. And he is able to turn other people into narcissistic fools with just eye contact. Okay?
And he uses this ability to break up relationships so that he can sleep with guys' wives.
Right. He always tries to use it for himself.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why his father is pissed off at him about his use of this power is because his power is basically a telepathic ability. And he has the ability to become a great telepath, but he only ever honed this part of it. That's it. And he knows that he can do other things, but he just doesn't want to because he has too much fun doing this. But he's also sort of a hapless loser that's tried to become part of other superheroes' teams, and they constantly reject him. I like Ben Stiller. What kind of power do we want to give him?
The power of staring at things aimlessly. No. I don't know.
No.
I want Ben Stiller to shoot like laser beams out of his eyes with that fucking like Zoolander look. Just
we don't want to Zoolander him too much though. I'm feeling for but I'm feeling for his outfit though. I want him to go heavy emo.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, just
very sensitive.
Makeup, hair, everything. Just
looking like the skinny Cure member.
Exactly. And basically, he just wears sunglasses around everywhere because if he ever removes his sunglasses, it's almost like Cyclops.
We would have him talk like a hood rat.
I've got the best thing. He also never honed his powers. So the very most that the laser beams from his eyes can do is maybe heat up a chicken. He can cook, he can kind of cook things with his eyes. There's no burning. He can just kind of low-level cook shit. That's it. So, is he listening? No, or is he?
No. That was just like a conveniently timed laugh. He's talking to his friend.
Hey, the laugh track fit this time. I ruined it, but the laugh track fit this time.
So, medium well with his eyes.
I always fucking ruin it. Alright. So we got a guy that has the power of telepathy but only uses it to make people narcissistic, and we have a guy that can shoot laser beams from his eyes but stopped training himself after he learned that he could cook chicken. That's it.
Yes.
And they have been accepted by the only team that will allow them as part of their team. And that is a group of supernatural ghost hunting superheroes. I want them to be close to, but not quite like Scooby-Doo. Like, yes. They each have their own powers. We have the nerdy one that has like a super intellect. And we have the big dumb blonde one that's just strong. He's not like really strong, but just strong enough that he can do more than the average guy can. And then we have I don't know what to do with the Daphne character. What do we do with the Daphne character?
Be able to leap long leaps.
What's her fucking name? Christina Applegate?
Yeah.
What's her fucking Christina Applegate?
Christina Applegate.
That's me.
Yeah.
Okay. The chick that played Velma in the live action Scooby-Doo movies, I want her to be our Daphne character and be all bumbly bimbo.
So you want to change her from Daphne?
Yeah.
Or from Velma to Daphne?
She's fucking hot, okay?
Wasn't she the same girl that it's Ellen Page, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ellen Page. Wasn't that what her name? Was that Ellen Page or what's the girl's name? No, I know who you're talking about. God damn, I forget her name too. The Velma from the actual live-action movies. It wasn't Ellen Page, it was the other girl.
Yeah, it was Christina Applegate.
That wasn't Christina Applegate. Christina Applegate is Kelly Bundy.
Hang on.
It is not Christina
Hang on.
Applegate.
I'm going on mute and looking up things.
Okay, you go on mute and look up things because I know the name. It's like on the tip of my tongue, but it is not Christina Applegate. Though it would be funny to see Christina Applegate, Kelly Bundy, play friggin' Daphne from Scooby-Doo, basically. That would be hilarious.
Okay, you know what? No, it's that the Velma character is not Christina Applegate. She's the other character in Dead to Me that I was thinking of.
Okay. Dead to Me?
But the show on Netflix.
Oh,
Okay.
that show is crazy.
So who are you thinking of?
It's a fucking show, but honestly, Christina Applegate could play our fucking
So there we go.
Daphne character.
Daphne, Christina Applegate. We got to give each of these people some low-level shit powers, though. So, we've got our Velma character who's just super intelligent. But she only uses it, she uses her super intelligence only to correct other people.
Okay.
So she's just that person that likes to correct people all the time, otherwise she won't use it.
Her favorite phrase is, well, actually.
Yes. Now, Christina Applegate's Daphne power. What do we do?
Something vain.
Just really vain.
Oh, wait, no, she's your designated damsel in distress.
Yeah.
So...
Daphne, if she touches another human being, like poison ivy can make plants grow, she makes body hair grow. Like, she can make body hair grow exponentially. She has to wear gloves at all times, because if she touches anyone, or even herself, with her hands, body hair. Just massive amounts. Arm hair, leg hair, face hair, everywhere.
Okay.
Every hair.
Okay.
Just a little fucking wear person.
Who do we like for the Velma character? I would put Ellen Page in that. Ellen Page.
Yeah.
I like her.
Yeah.
Now that we've mentioned her.
We haven't used her in a while in one of our little pitch storms.
I want The Rock as the big dumb Fred character. I want him to wear a bleach blonde wig.
Yes.
The Rock.
He will do it too, agreeably.
The ascot and everything. Just because he likes doing
if we have The Rock, then we gotta have fucking Kevin Hart in there as Shaggy.
What if Kevin Hart's the voice of the dog?
Yes. Okay, so Kevin Hart can be the voice of the dog.
I want to give him back his role.
Dave Chappelle.
Oh, okay. Dave Chappelle is the Shaggy character?
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say give Betty Boy back his role after they fucked him out of it for Scoob. Matthew Lillard.
Matthew Lillard is a fucking national treasure.
He just... I cannot believe that they passed him over for the voice. And they gave it to what's-his-name from Last Man on Earth. That's who it was that did that.
Unbelievable. And didn't even tell him.
Just did it. Yeah, that's my role, man. It was as iconic as what's his name did Shaggy way back when. Dick Clark was the original voice of Shaggy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. But
I'm not entirely sure. I was a child back then.
We're talking. No, you weren't. We're talking like the original 1970s, 1960s Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. Okay.
This is pre you existing.
Yeah. Very, very long before I existed.
This is not even when I was a kid, really.
No, my mom was a kid.
God. So I'm seeing like a good team come together here. We got Dave Chappelle and Kevin Hart as the Shaggy and Scooby-Doo character. Now, what is Shaggy's... I think Shaggy's powers are only ever activated when he is completely baked.
Yeah.
Shaggy's powers is... he's a drug-finding dog. Scooby's doesn't
powers.
have a sense of smell.
The Scooby character doesn't have a sense of smell?
Scooby doesn't have a sense of smell anymore.
Okay.
He sniffed too much cocaine with Shaggy.
So, what's Scooby's thing, then? What kind of power do you give him? If he's got no sense of smell.
Super hearing.
Super hearing. Okay, super hearing. And he only uses it to...
Fucking, like,
he only uses it to eavesdrop on people that he shouldn't.
You could give Scooby some kind of, like, sonar shit with his barks.
Okay. Barks. Actually, he could have what... I don't know if you know who Havoc is. Or even Black Canary.
Crypto.
Black Canary. With the scream.
Okay, yeah.
Basically, his bark is like a sonic bark. Okay. But he can only release the sonic bark when really high. He only has that power. He's only relaxed enough to use it when he's really high. And Shaggy is what? What is Shaggy? What can we give to Shaggy as a superpower?
Shaggy is able to find any and all pharmaceuticals within a 100-mile radius.
Shaggy can literally, when he is high enough, he can literally find drugs anywhere, or things that he can put together to make drugs. Because he is like the MacGyver of drugs when he's high.
Fucking mad genius level chemistry, like intuition, and he only uses it for drugs.
Like,
so he will be the MacGyver of stoners.
Basically, yeah. A stoner MacGyver. But he can only do it. He can only do it when he's high. Like, when he is completely sober, his powers are, like, gone.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm liking this. So we got these guys. we have this little team, and Ben Stiller, Owen Wilson, they join this team to try to impress their parents. And the lead character, which one are we going to pick, is under Russian hypnosis the entire time. So I feel like Melissa McCarthy's character is a Russian defector.
I'm down.
And she's unleashing all sorts of supernatural forces. She's sort of like, I want to say like the Zatanna of the family. She can harness magical forces, supernatural forces. And she's basically trying to build a supernatural army, which is where these guys come in, because they're paranormal investigators. But they're like the bumbling group, kind of like they presented to you in the Scooby-Doo movies, where they're not like the guys that really find things and get it all put together. It is literally they bumble upon the save every single time. They don't actually win. They just fall into the win. Or the win falls on them, really.
But they seem to think they win.
They think they win, but it's like they do everything absolutely wrong, and it just kind of works out in the end, accidentally. But I feel like Melissa McCarthy is a Russian defector, and she has hypnotic control over one character.
The Rock.
The Rock character. Yeah, I like the Fred character. I feel like that's probably... It was either that or I was thinking Daphne might be. Can you imagine a rogue Russian agent that can just, like, run around...
And I want Dwayne Johnson to start speaking fluent Russian.
Really?
Yes.
That would be... Get him to speak fluent Russian. That would be really funny.
With a very thick Russian accent. I want it. I'm here for it. I'm waiting for it. Dwayne Johnson, you need to do it.
Gah.
I'd like to see, if we're going to do that, I'd like to see, as her counterpart, Jean Reno. You like him at all?
Okay.
I'm just making sure everybody knows who we're talking about.
I think maybe.
The guy from Leon the Professional?
Oh, yes. Oh, my God, yes.
I'd like to see him as, like, her counterpart. Like, the guy that at first is with her and then realizes what kind of shit she's about to unleash and then basically betrays her and helps the bumbling superheroes. He's the guy that actually gets the win, even though they think they fell into it. And he lets them just have it because he's not that guy. He doesn't want the recognition. I saved everything. They think they saved everything. But let's just let him have it. I like this. I like the idea of this movie, too. This is another one we should definitely write.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I have so many things that I'm probably not gonna be writing anything for a long time.
I've been getting extra social lately, to be entirely honest with you, and I've been trying to get us some listens and some followers in unconventional areas because I don't have the money to spend on Facebook right now to promote us. I wish I did. I've got $14 in our tank right now waiting. I'm waiting till we get to 50 before I do any promotions. I'm a little disappointed I spent the money on the lapel mics that didn't work.
Oh my god.
That was
I'm gonna get one of those little like audio video wire splitter things.
See if that works.
See if that helps. Yeah.
It may just be something in the settings, like with the Bose speaker. It should actually, with Facebook, it should actually pick up the audio. But for some reason, the Facebook Messenger, what we're doing right now, is the only thing it will not pick up on my phone. Everything else it picks up fine, but it won't link with the speaker at all. Makes no fucking sense, but whatever. It's fine. You see me complaining? Actually, I'm complaining, so yes, you do see me complaining. Oh, okay. Are you guys as tired as I feel right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's past my bedtime. I'm gonna say let's call it a night.
So I'm looking at my time here, and I'm seeing it at 52 minutes for the second half, 30 minutes for the first half, and I feel it is time to put this fucking episode to rest. We have gone ahead and we've done 2 decent pitch storms.
We covered quite a bit of ground.
Yes, and I hope to God soon that we can all gather in houses and actually do this shit again, but that requires our government to have an understanding of something they don't have understanding of. And that's common sense. I'm not talking about the disease, I'm just talking common sense in general.
No, anything, yeah.
Just anything. So, tell your boy to get on our podcast.
Yeah, he should come in and get all this.
I'm going to try to get him on. I don't think he's ever going to join us, though.
Hey, can't hurt to try.
Can't hurt to try, but I'm going to try.
Well, I guess it depends on how you get him to try. It could hurt to try. You don't know. You got to drag him kicking and screaming, nail him to a floor, that might hurt, We don't want to do that. All right. Thank you, everybody that actually tuned in to listen. We have an average, I am sad to say, of about 20 listeners right now per podcast. It's getting a little low, but, we need to get some advertising out there. We need to do some road work, and we need to find a 4th, possibly a 5th. So I'd like to try to see the 3 of us come up with 2 solid people that can be here a little bit more frequently. So, like, if Omar can't be here one weekend, or Miss Nico can't be here, for fucking God forbid, I, for the first time, am not on the podcast. That we got people that can pick up. I'm about to say, I don't know if that'll ever... If I'm not on the podcast, then there's just no podcast that weekend. It's like, hey, Chris isn't there. Yeah, we're all sleeping in. We're done. All right, yeah, you're muted again.
Okay, yeah, no, I keep forgetting to unmute while I'm talking, god damn it.
I was watching your lips move, but nothing. Not a single thing coming out. All right. So, for myself, Nico, Omar.
Yep.
Have a beautiful night, and if you're listening, keep fucking listening. Please, for the love of God. Or, actually, may not even be for the love of God, for the love of whatever the fuck you pray to or whatever you don't pray to. Just keep listening. Good night.
Right. For the love of everything sacred and not.
Sounds good to me. Yeah.
All right. Good night, everybody.
I keep trying to say good night, and we keep talking. Everybody, a little bit more. We're done?